Hey guys, Jason with the Decal Factory here today for another installment. I'm actually coming to you on our brand new digital video camera, so hopefully we get some better pictures on these guys. I wanted to do a video today on adhesives. You know, the adhesive is the common part of every decal. The adhesive is what holds it on to whatever you want it to stick on. I mean, it sounds really basic, and it is, but you have to choose the right adhesives for the right application. So you'll have high temp, you'll have LSEs, you'll have high tack, you'll have rough surface, you'll have water transfer, water soluble, hot water soluble, solvent adhesives, solvent mount. These are all different kinds of adhesives, and I mean, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour through it, but you are no means going to be an expert because there's a lot of them. There's a ton of them. They pretty much make an adhesive for every kind of material and product out there. So I'll start off with the basics. You have your regular permanent adhesives. They're removable up to about like 6 months. Okay, so for 6 months they can be removed. After that, you got to reheat them up with a hair dryer or a heat gun to pull them off, or scrape them off with a razor blade. Okay, then you get into your ultra removables. Your ultra removables are like post-it note adhesives, stuff like that. Something that will stay removable for the life of the decal. But if it gets too hot, or it gets too cold, or it gets ice, or it gets wet, it'll probably fall off because the adhesive just isn't that strong. Then you've got removable adhesives. Now, removable adhesives are very interesting. You would think that they can come off. It will come off easier the longer it stays on. What actually makes a removable, just a regular removable, not the ultra removable like the post-it note, but what makes removable is that it's got the same type of adhesive as the permanent. They just put more of it, so it stays liquid for longer. So when it does solidify, it actually has a stronger bond than the permanent adhesive. So, I mean, most people don't know that stuff. So that's all the knowledge running around, right? Then we've got high temp adhesives. So this is for like an exhaust company, right? This is a high temp adhesive. Can get up to 500 degrees. Most adhesives, they fail at 200 degrees. This one was going for, This one was going for a camper. This is what's called a 300 LSE adhesive. Now, the 300 is just a designation by 3M. The LSE means low surface energy. What low surface energy is that anything that's powder coated, polyethylene, polypropylene, and just rough in general has a low surface energy. So things don't stick to it. That's why people that work on cars love powder coat, because nothing sticks to it and it always looks really good. Okay, so that's a 300 LSE, right? Then you've got a high tack adhesive, something that is not super aggressive but more aggressive than the permanent adhesive. It's great for applications like going on a curved surface where the adhesive's got to overcome the curvature of the product. Okay, then you got foam adhesives. Foam adhesives are great for like going in the beds of truck after they've been sprayed, right? So people will put foam adhesives on the bed of the truck after it's been sprayed, and what the foam does is I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's really thick, and so what it does is that the adhesive goes into the valleys of the rough bed and is able to grab more surface area, because adhesives have to have surface area to grab onto, right? And if your adhesive is real thin and it's a really rough part, so your adhesive's only grabbing onto the peaks of that roughness, right? If it's really thick, then it's able to go down to the valleys and it just grabs more surface area. That's what makes it stick more. The 3M 467 adhesive, I mean, super common. But you got other adhesives. That's called a rough surface adhesive. That thing was originally made to stick on cinder blocks. So you can imagine what it does for your product. If you guys have any questions, any comments, good or bad, put them below the video. If you, I'll make sure I put my email down below and my phone number. Thanks, guys. Remember to subscribe.